Before this video ends, most people will leave. Not because they're busy, not because they disagree, but because something has quietly changed inside the human mind. Something so normal that we barely notice it anymore. Here's a simple question. When was the last time you stood in a line, sat in a waiting room, or rode in an elevator without reaching for your phone? Think about it. Just a decade ago, boredom was unavoidable. Today, boredom is almost extinct, and that may be one of the most dangerous changes in human history, because your brain was never designed for this. Imagine a child born 300,000 years ago. For most of human history, the world changed slowly. The same forest, the same tribe, the same faces, the same routines. The human brain evolved in an environment of scarcity. Scarcity of food, scarcity of information, scarcity of stimulation. Then, something unprecedented happened. In less than 20 years, humanity entered a completely different environment. An environment with infinite information, infinite entertainment, infinite novelty. Every second, a new video, a new headline, a new notification, a new outrage, a new distraction. For hundreds of thousands of years, your brain searched desperately for novelty. Now, novelty searches for you. And the experiment is happening in real time. No one knows the final outcome. Quick test. How many times have you checked your phone today? 5? 10? 20? Most people don't know. And that's the point. Imagine someone stole 4 hours from your day. Every day. You'd notice. Imagine someone stole years from your life. You'd fight back. But attention is different, because attention is invisible, and the things we cannot see are often the easiest to lose. Every platform is competing for the same resource. Not your money, not your time, your attention. The modern economy is built on a simple idea. Keep people looking, keep people scrolling, keep people stimulated, because every second of your focus has value. And here's the unsettling part. The greatest battle of the 21st century isn't being fought over land, it's being fought over attention. While most people think they're consuming content, content is consuming them. What were you doing 5 minutes before clicking this video? Can you remember? Most people can't. People think the attention crisis is about focus. It isn't. Focus is only the symptom. Something deeper is disappearing. The ability to be alone with your own thoughts. Ancient philosophers spent hours in silence, walking, reflecting, observing. Today, silence feels uncomfortable. A moment of stillness appears, and instantly we reach for stimulation, a notification, a reel, a message, anything to avoid being alone. But here's the paradox. The greatest ideas in history emerged from uninterrupted thought. Not constant stimulation, not endless scrolling, not algorithmic feeds. A distracted mind consumes, a focused mind creates. And more people than ever are losing the ability to create, because they've forgotten how to be still. Try something uncomfortable. Could you sit alone for 10 minutes, without music, without videos, without touching your phone? Be honest. 2,000 years ago, the Stoics understood something that feels almost prophetic today. The quality of your life depends on the quality of your attention. Not your possessions, not your status, your attention. Because attention determines what enters your mind, and what enters your mind eventually becomes your reality. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Imagine what happens when millions of people spend hours consuming outrage, fear, comparison, and distraction. Eventually, the mind begins to resemble what it consumes, and most people never realize it's happening. They think they're choosing their thoughts, when in reality, their environment is choosing for them. What happens when an entire generation struggles to focus? What happens when deep work becomes rare? When patience becomes rare? When reflection becomes rare? Something strange happens. Attention becomes valuable again. The people who can focus gain an advantage. The people who can sit with discomfort gain an advantage. The people who can think independently gain an advantage. In a distracted world, focus becomes a superpower, and scarcity creates value. The rarer attention becomes, the more powerful it becomes. This is why the attention crisis is not just a problem, it's also an opportunity, because most people won't reclaim their minds, but a few will. The greatest threat to your future may not be failure. It may not be competition. It may not even be technology. It may be the slow erosion of your ability to direct your own attention. Your brain evolved for a world of scarcity, not infinite stimulation, not endless novelty, not constant interruption. And yet this is the environment we now live in. The question is no longer whether the world is changing. The question is whether your mind is changing with it. Because the people who control their attention will ultimately control their lives, and the people who surrender it will spend their lives chasing whatever captures it next. If this video made you stop and think, comment one word below: focus. Not for the algorithm, but as a reminder to yourself. A reminder that your attention is one of the few things in life that truly belongs to you. And once it's gone, getting it back becomes much harder than losing it.